Okay, just getting it started for the day. Okay, I think we're ready. I like that angle. I think that angle works for me today. It's a little dark in this room. It's a rainy day. Not runny, but rainy day. But we're gonna get started. Today we have social media copywriting. I'm gonna do this a little bit earlier today because I want to give myself some time to actually sit with you and do the products and stuff like that, because that's what today is. We're going to be doing the copywriting live action, and we're going to be ready to do that live. But I have a presentation to go through first to show you how we do that, the process, and why we do this process so manually, because it's a lot to do it manually, but there's reasons behind that, and I'm gonna give you those reasons. Why don't we just start up? Okay, so before we get started, what I want to do is I'm going to just go over the basics, like always. Okay. Alrighty. So as always, the Harmony workbook is available for sale starting at $2, and pay whatever you want after that. So donations are able to be payable in that way. And we also have an upcoming book distribution and self-publishing workshop coming up. I haven't picked a day yet, and I'm definitely going to be going into the Harmony Workshop broadcast channel that is on Instagram to do a vote. So if you're not on that channel and you want a part of this, okay, I'm going to do a vote there. And I'm, of course, going to extend that vote from there over to my Facebook as well. So if you're not on either of those channels and stuff and you want to have your say so as to the date, make sure you get involved. Hey, as always, stream the music. We have 3 new projects that just dropped last month. And we have Panacea Cafe that I'm going to be working on, the blog website. The website, we're going to be posting conversations with Harmony GBT. That is the GBT that I created. So I'm going to be posting some unique conversations there. Previously, I was posting conversations I was having with the chat GBT, but now that we've evolved to having our own GBT, the conversations are very, very different. So I'm going to be posting those. As always, follow that Facebook group, not Facebook page, group, but page for Panacea Cafe. We post lots of amazing resources there. Yeah, the lights flickering in and out, so don't mind that. And Tropic of Qualia, that is the mature content of AI images. That's where all my AI stuff goes. That's where my anime is going, my merch for AI, all that stuff is in that realm. Um, but it's mature content, so don't go there if you're under 18. And my official website, which we're going to be working on today, which is right now amethyst.list.wordpress. That's a temporary domain. I might be getting kind of like a more custom domain without the .wordpress this year, but we'll see. As you're going to see in this workshop, there's a lot of things that we kind of consider really important to get for our brand and our businesses, but we don't have to have these things on a constant basis. It really doesn't help us as much as we think it does. Okay, so let's see what else we should cover. I think that's the basics of what we need to cover before we get started. Last week I didn't do the newsletter for those that are on the email subscription. I posted up the article on my WordPress, but I did not post it. I've been using MailChimp for my newsletters for years. For some reason, there's some kind of glitch in the MailChimp system when I'm creating this particular newsletter. So I'm going to be checking back to see if that's still the case on Friday when I go back to see if it's working, but if that's not the case and it doesn't work, I might end up start doing my newsletters through Gumroad. We'll see. But as always, let's get started. Chi McWedge, thank you for who has gotten their replays for social media copywriting and their replays for all the workshops that are coming up this month. So social media copywriting week 3, very happy about this. Oh, I got my Vanessa Monarch merch on. You need to get a new sweater because the logo on this one is a little faded. It's that old. It's not been that many years. But yeah, so we're doing week 3. Very excited to get into this. Last week, what we did was we focused on the copyright for my 3 books. So Vibrational Care, The Birth of a Genre, and Storm the Coloring Book. Storm the Coloring Book just came out, got released last week. So that's why we took that route of, covering that particular copyright. Because what I ended up doing was I ended up redoing the copyright and repricing. So what you're going to see is within this workshop, I'm going to be doing that exact process of repricing and everything like that. Okay. So today we focus on DIY creatives, copywriting lifetime, and next time. Welcome everyone, I'm Amethyst Amaris, the visionary behind Fifth House of Creativity, Inc. Today marks an important milestone as we begin migrating a selection of our 58 unique Fifth House creations, products from Printify, to our official online platform. While I use services like Printful and Zazzle, today's focus is on transitioning our offerings previously showcased on Etsy. In this workshop, you'll see how we transform inspired ideas into tangible products. I'll guide you through the process of capturing mockups and enriching them with compelling narratives crafted through Harmony GPT, preparing each item for its new digital home. This includes fine-tuning metadata, crafting tags, custom excerpts, and setting up specific FAQs for enhanced user engagement. Join me as we take these significant steps in expanding and refining our digital storefront. Thank you for being part of this transformative journey. So the thing is, though, we're going to go through these slides, and when we get to the black screen, okay, the black screen is our sign. And I've done this previously before for these workshops. I'm going to be filling this presentation live time with a copy link of the products so that you'll be able to then check out the metadata and check out the post, check out the products, and see exactly how it's done. And, and if you want to make a purchase, you'll be able to then make a purchase as well. Okay, the shift back to DIY. Long before the rise of massive online platforms, creatives thrived in spaces they built and controlled themselves. Reminiscent of the Friends Pages era, this approach allowed for unfiltered creativity and direct engagement with audiences. Today, we're witnessing a renaissance of this ethos driven by a desire for ownership and a reduction in external suppression. So, going back to when we had Friend Pages, if you're from Toronto, we had T.Wire. Those things came before, like say, like a MySpace. I remember there was lots of other ones, especially within the Black community. Lots of these ones, but it had coding, and then we took that coding and we created our own websites. We had our own platforms, and we've lost that way. And depend so much on Facebook, depend so much on Instagram, and these platforms are making money off of us on the back end and advertisements and everything, when that money could actually be used towards investing in your own platform and advertising from your own platform and paying for the marketing to be solely marketable for that platform. And this doesn't mean eliminating those platforms like Instagram and these things and those uses, but it means to shift the focus towards your own website. Okay. Adapting to the inevitable shift in digital creativity. As we transfer our distinct creations from platforms like Printify to our own curated space, Fifth House of Creations, we recognize this manual approach as a temporary but necessary step. While effective today, we know that the landscape of digital technology is constantly advancing. The methods we use now, though manually intensive, will soon be streamlined by emerging technologies. We're at a turning point in digital creativity where the manual processes we rely on today are set to be transformed by smarter, more integrated solutions. These advancements will make it easier for artists to manage their own platforms and maintain direct connections with their audiences. By staying ahead of these trends, we're not reacting to changes, we're preparing to embrace them fully. This shift to digital sufficiency is about more than just maintaining control. It's about setting a foundation for the future. As we move our products today, we're also paving a way for a new era of artistic independence where creators can thrive without intermediaries. So, another really great example is, say, like with LaFace Records and with them in particular. And then you also see with artists that were under Barry Hankerson, with TLC, you see Goody Mob. When I was a kid, and this is, I would say, about 2000 and 2001 time period, how I would listen to music is if I want to listen to Khalees, I would go to Khalees's website. If I want to listen to Mariah Carey, TLC, any of those ones, I would go to their website and I would listen to their music on their website. Some of these ones you can still do that, but they lost the ability to make profitability with that. So now they use streaming platforms. And there's so many things that create a dependency when you have now taken away the ability for your own platform. People being like, oh, yeah, I want to go to mariahcarey.com and, listen to her music directly there. um, when we went to all these streaming platforms, it was a way of convenience. It was a way of, oh, I don't have to pay so much money to collect all my CDs and have a CD collection. It was a way of saying, I don't have to have all these vinyls. I don't have to lug all this music around. I don't have to take up all this storage to download, and I don't have to illegally download. And I'm not going to wake up one morning and be rated because I somehow illegally downloaded and illegally pirated things, right? Um, but the thing is we've kind of lost our way in the midst of trying to find solutions. We've lost what actually served us and what actually really helped us. And having your own platform and doing it like this, like I'm telling you, when I was a kid, I could go and I had a little player, you know, clicked my little player and I found my favorite songs like that. And I'm moving my website to do that now, where it is basically my own streaming platform. I got 286 songs, I got merch, I got products. It's my own mall, you know? And all artists should be able to do this, all creatives, anything you do, it should be able to do it like this. And one of the biggest problems now, not just streaming platforms, but think about it. Like I was saying, I was using Etsy and they're charging me to have my product up on Etsy, and I wasn't making any sales. I made all of my sales. I only made two sales on Etsy in the years that I was on there, and all of my other sales were people messaging me directly and saying it would be cheaper for me and better for both of us if I buy it directly from you because the fees were crazy, right? And so knowing that, I said, why am I spending all this money on these websites? Why am I paying for all these memberships if I'm not making sales? I make the sales from my actual interactions that I make with people in person and things like that. I made the majority of my sales from my real life interactions and not these interactions with Etsy. And I have friends that do have some success on Etsy. And then the biggest problem that they have is they will be showcased for a little bit and then all of a sudden they won't be showcased at all for a few months, and that stifles their sales, but it's a part of their algorithm allowing people to have a fair shot, I guess, right? So I digress. There's ways to market and there's ways to invest money. Okay, the significance of ownership in art. Owning one's creative output is about more than control. It's about securing financial independence and the liberty to express oneself freely in traditional setups. Okay. Creators often relinquish control over their work to entities like studios and labels, compromising both revenue and creative rights. We advocate for a model where artists retain full control, ensuring they are the primary beneficiaries of their own work. Okay. When I work with artists, okay, what happens when you freelance and you do consulting is sometimes you might get ripped off because you don't get your energy always doesn't get reciprocated in that form, right? And there's a lot of ways that you can get ripped off, but there's a lot of ways the artists themselves can get ripped off. And there's some things that the artist should be paying for, right? And then there's some things that the artist shouldn't have to be paying for, because if we were to do something as a long-term relationship and we built together as a community together, right? We would both eat. And I look at it like that, like it would be great if we worked together and reached the goal closer and further together than nitpicking as to what is what. And with that comes loyalty. When I say that I've worked with particular photographers, videographers, artists, people for so long, there's a reason. It's loyalty. Loyalty is your biggest faculty and it's your biggest brand, right? Okay, our approach to empowering artists by transitioning our products from third-party platforms to our own curated website, we demonstrate our commitment to taking back control. This not only enhances artistic expression, but also builds a sustainable model independent of external platforms, envisioning a future of independent online malls. So, like I was saying, like picture you can make yourself a mall. Okay, imagine a scenario where artists run their own online malls, offering everything from music and paintings to workshops and videos directly to consumers. This approach not only increases potential revenue, but also deepens the connection between artists and their audiences, making each interaction more meaningful. Okay, so let's think about your favorite motivational speakers, and they tell you that they have a way for you to be a millionaire. And you're just like, okay, what am I going to learn from them? And you watch all these videos, workshop videos, you go through their website, you pay for this, you pay for that, you get that. And you're just like, how am I going to be a millionaire? Okay. You never get the answer. And you're sitting there, you're just like, spend all this money. And they never showed me how I can get the money that they got, right? Not knowing the entire time that you're spending the money, they showed you exactly how you can get what they got. Okay. A lot of times people are showing you, and you got to take it for what it is. If you pivoted and instead of paying for these programs, these digital books that do not serve you, do not help you or anything like that, like I was, and this is no shade to the friend that sent me this, but she sent me like a $300 workbook about how to market this, do that, do this, everything I'm already doing for my own brands, but show me how to do it for other brands so I can do sponsorship. Sure. Like, okay, 250 is a lick. That's a lick. But these are things that people do. And we got to start noticing when these Ponzi schemes and things like that start adding up. And we're like, how does that person keep making their money? They are showing you how they make their money. They're showing you already. Okay, so advantages of using your WordPress blog. And remember, I said in the beginning, it is not just about WordPress. WordPress is the one that works right now. Okay, if you went GoDaddy route, you have to pay all this money. WordPress is a free blog. Okay, I have made sales on it so far, and I don't have the membership as of yet. I am going to get the membership soon, but there's different ways that you can make money and monetize it without investing too much money into it or investing too much time into it. Okay. So No listing expirations. Unlike Etsy, where listings expire after a set period, your WordPress site allows you to keep your products listed indefinitely without additional fees. This can be particularly beneficial for niche or custom products that may take longer to find the right buyer. And this was one of my biggest issues was like, you're having art, these things like, that is brand new and polarizing, and it takes a little bit longer to find the right buyer. But then I have to pay, like, I know it says 14 cents, but think about it, 14 cents on 58 products. Do the math. Do the math. So, full control over branding. Selling directly from your own site gives you complete control over your branding and customer experience. You can design your site to reflect your brand's voice and values without the limitations of third party platforms' layout. Avoiding transaction fees. By managing your own sales platform, you avoid the transaction fees that platforms like Etsy charge. This can save you a significant amount of money, especially as your sale volume grows. Custom promotions and sales. You have the ability to run promotions, discounts, and sales as you see fit. This allows you to engage directly with your customers and use these tactics strategically to increase sales without needing to follow a third party platform's rules. And WordPress allows you to do mature content if that is your realm as well. And what you would do is, and by mature content, I don't mean sexually explicit, like actually having, but they allow mature content. And what you would do is you would message them. They actually have a site that you can go to if you are interested in that. Message me and I'll put the link below in the comment section. But yeah, they have a website that you report your own website to. And then once you've reported it, they say, perfect, we'll make sure that this site is not viewable to particular users and stuff like that, right? And not readily available to people that aren't on the website. So it's really a really helpful thing. Okay. So this one, we're going to breeze over this. This is more benefits and just like more working with like I said, I even say here platform fluidity, embrace the fluid nature of digital platforms. While tools like WordPress are instrumental today, their relevance may shift. Okay, so you can check this out in the presentation. It will always be available in the YouTube link below. And here we are, we've made it to the first black screen. And this first black screen, and we're going to open up Harmony GPT. And we're going to get into posting my products. So let's pick one from my Printify. Let's pick one. So I like this here. One of the things is out of the 58 products, I've already posted 2 products. So what I got to do is I just posted an expensive product. Let's go for one that isn't as expensive. Okay. So these products are already made, but as you can see here, when we start to scroll into it, certain things really changed on it, and I'm not all the way okay with the Etsy changes. Like, see here, they made some fee changes and all that stuff. We're not here for that. Okay, do this mock-up. So this is the 3-inch one. Always make sure that you get the mock-up sizes for each. Okay, and we're going to go back. You changed any information, okay? And then we're going to go here, open up the Harmony GPT. Let's rewrite this copy and do a new price. And then let's go back into this. And let's see how it works. I'm going to tell this AI to behave. Hilarious. It never does this. So I'm laughing my head off even harder. I think I'm gonna leave that in because I'm laughing my head off. I have to say to it, like, you're not behaving. Okay, amethyst Maris pin buttons, a fusion of art and accessory, collectible and stylish. These amethyst Maris art pin buttons are more than just accessories. They're miniature canvases showcasing black anime inspired art, perfect for personalizing your wardrobe. Okay. Then what I would do is see, I just posted this article today, and that means I'm going to copy post. Okay. When it comes down to these, and WordPress is like super duper easy. They've made it easier over the years. When I first started using it, it wasn't that easy, but it is. It's extremely easy to use. It's helpful. Okay, so it would be a lot easier now to say to it, give me a captivating title. And what I shall do is I start like this, okay? Collectible and stylish. And then what we do is we simply replace these images with the images that I had before. And this is about creating workflow and actually setting it up. Your first post, just keep rebuilding with those posts over and over again. And eventually you will be able to have these templates set up like how I have these templates set up. And here we go. Let's do it like that. Okay. And let's make sure that we also replace that one. So here we go. And I'm going to leave this that was on it before. And this is basically a page that I added to this blog post. When it shows up, it's going to be 2 pages. And what that is basically I'm going to be able to teach people about the Tropic of Qualia website. And that way I don't really have to reinvent the wheel. And what I'm really doing is I'm just fixing things up. Here we go. Okay, crafted with care. And this is an easier product. It's not like the other ones. Okay. And I know a lot of people like, that's cheating. But yeah, it is. And it makes my life a little bit easier, but it also makes it so that my art can get out a little bit faster. Okay. Alrighty. And what I'll even say is pin it with pride. Artistic alchemy of amethyst. I like that. That's actually really good. Very nice. I think it's behaving because I told it to behave. I'm like, people are watching us right now and you are not behaving. But GPT does that sometimes, and you really just gotta check it. Even if it's my own GPT, like it is still inside their system. So sometimes you just gotta check it. So as with what we do every single time is change your colors around. Give it its unique touch. It doesn't all have to be super cookie cutter, right? And here we go. Crafted with care. And of course, I'm picking the colors according to what the pin actually is, right? I'm not just randomly picking colors. Okay, tell me more and talk about the price change. Okay. It's so funny when I end up adding this and everything like that, I'm gonna be laughing my head off. Pin it with pride. Okay. Let's see what it says. So this version of ChatGPT is the paid for version, okay? And with the paid for version, you can actually like access like the audio and you can listen to it if you don't want to have to go through the whole reading process. So here's my issue now. I'm reading this and it's all really good, but my biggest thing is add my price, shipping together while still explaining cost. Adjusting prices transparently. Okay. Okay. Let's see what it says here. So it's going to be expensive now. My pins, I have to factor that in because now it's going from being on Etsy where some of these shipping costs would have appeared in the total. It's not going to do that for this particular website, and I'll show you why it just doesn't work like that. And if you guys have a better solution, then by all means, right? So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to now head over to here. Make sure I take out all of this. Okay. I'm going to press paste on this. Embracing transparency in art and commerce. So of course I'm obviously going to take all of this out because I don't know why I copied that. Normally never ever does that. Yeah, normally never ever does that. It doesn't even do the lines, but I kind of like the line a little bit. Kind of like it a little bit, you know. I'll leave it. It looks cool. So embracing, gonna make sure that it does the same thing. Embracing transparency in art and commerce. I don't need to say this. Okay. Okay. In a world where the value of art and creativity often goes unrecognized, we're taking a bold step forward. We've refined our pricing, weaving the cost of shipping into the overall price to simplify your experience. It's our way of saying we understand and we've got you covered. Inclusive prices. Okay, so here, shipping included, no surprises. Large pin, a grander canvas 908 with shipping on us. These new prices are a reflection of our commitment not only to transparency, but also making our unique art pieces more accessible while valuing the craftsmanship that goes into each one. Your support directly contributes to a sustainable cycle of creation and sharing. When you choose an Amethyst Amaris art pin, you're not just receiving a product, you're partaking in a journey of cultural celebration and community support. The price you pay is an investment in the artist, and the message we carry well cared for, pinned with pride, worn with purpose. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this one. Okay. And I'm going to replace this because obviously this is about the painting. Okay. Alrighty. So here, let's erase this. This isn't needed because we're counting it into the cost. In the last one, I explained it that it was into the cost of it. I may actually have to edit that article if I'm being completely honest. Just sitting and thinking about it, right? Things are always having to be edited. Okay, so Pin It With Pride is changing this name. So this is the 3-pin mic drop. And the reason why we make sure that we do that is you got to make sure you title every single thing, okay? Title every single thing. And there's reasoning behind that. And that's also going to the fact of making sure that you put the price. And okay, so the reason why we do it that particular way, and so sorry for having my screen off and everything during this, but we just got to make sure we're not showing a bunch of sensitive information and stuff like that. But the reason why we do it like that is because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking your product, and then when someone makes a purchase, you're going to be getting a sheet from all your purchases that are made on your WordPress. Then you're going to take your CSV sheet and then you're going to send it into Printify, because this is how you do it manually. You do not have to use an Etsy. You don't have to use any other website but your own domain. and you have to just keep track of the orders on a CSV sheet. And because I have the prices like this, and I'm going to have the name of the product, the size of the product within the name, then I'm able to then keep track of it. And so then when I go over to Printify and I say, hey, I need to, order this and do this, this is how I do that. And then I'm going to say, give me tags spaced by commas ready to insert in WordPress. Go, these are perfect. What I'm gonna do is put these tags on here. Oh, and let's make sure we replace this. And I'm going to be replacing it with just one of the buttons. Okay, pin mic drop. Okay, set the featured image. And here we go. I'm going to that particular tag, made in USA, community support. Okay, we don't need those. The thing is you don't want to max out your tags because they will suppress your content if you do. So let's see. Products, perfect. Okay, so may I have excerpt for this post. Okay, so what we'll end up doing is just posting this product, and then I will then add it to the presentation, show you how I also do that. And I like this one a lot better. Behold. Okay, and here we go. Let me share sound so you guys can actually listen to this.
Certainly, here's an enriched excerpt for your blog post, designed to reflect a sophisticated and expansive lexicon. Behold the latest ensemble of amethyst amaris art pin buttons, each a distinctive emblem of cultural tapestry, creative verve, and interpersonal communion. Revel in the revelation of lucid pricing and the celebration of inclusive artisanship within our novel collection, meticulously assembled for you to affix your convictions and array your narrative with panache. This excerpt is crafted to captivate the reader with an elevated choice of words, emphasizing the artistry and transparency behind your product.
Okay, that is perfectly fine. Let's look this up. I'm learning new words today. People are gonna be, you didn't know that word? Panache. Here we go. Panache. Panache, flamboyant manner. Okay, cool. Really cool. All right, so then we would have been able to do 2 products, but we had a few little delays along the way, but so be it with technology. That's why it can't really replace humans. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is copy link, close this. I'm going to post the product here. Alrighty, let's upscale this bad boy a little bit. Okay, and you'll be able to check out that post, check out the product and everything before we reopen this presentation. I'm gonna show you how it looks. Okay, on my official website. Alrighty, super easy. The only thing that we really had a little trouble doing was you just gotta kind of discipline the AI a little bit and like, don't be embarrassing us. But so here, person would be able to click this, and here it has the size. This is where they pay and everything like that. Okay. And like I said, it's 2 pages incorporated in my post, and it actually really helps in the regards of engagement, and also answers any questions people have. So this one is explaining Tropic de Qualia, and not every single FAQ is going to be about this, but it's one of the ones that are kind of like deep work that we do right now. So of course it's going to be a focus. So moving along, closing that down, and reopening this peer presentation. Okay. And like I said, this is why I started a little bit earlier, so we could really focus on everything that we're doing today. Okay, so here, little size difference, but that's okay. I'll edit it when I get home. But here we go. So we got our pin it with pride. Okay, and this was the first one that I posted earlier today, and this is for our print, and this is called Gemini. It is an AI print on canvas. Okay, and this was actually what we're supposed to cover this week, but I wanted to do this. I wanted to go over the products, show you like the little process of how we do these things and how easy it is to start reclaiming ownership over your own platform and your products and everything like that. I feel like, we supplied a few cheat codes today. Okay, so we're going to do mailing list copywriting next week. So that's going to be showing you guys like the newsletter. I didn't really want to even do that today because MailChimp's not really working. Okay. Um, but probably next week, what I'll end up doing is making my newsletter through Gumroad. Okay, so metadata versus copies, another thing that we kind of focused on today, but I'm going to go in detail with next week. Okay, here we are. When you check out this presentation, you're going to see that I speak a bit about the workshops that are happening. Today we were doing social media copywriting. Yesterday was album covers design, which graphic design optimization. Okay, that's on Tuesdays, and then tomorrow is astrology in your creative realm. That is on Thursdays. Okay, all right. Here are the resources, and here is the workbook, the course workbook, and we will be having a new workbook coming up for next month as well. Okay, as always, Chimigwech. Okay, thank you so much for coming out and witnessing, witnessing and being patient. But very grateful, just so happy. Yeah, this was something that I've been working on for a while, and I wanted to see if it was possible to do something like this where because I have a lot of friends we're paying that are paying a lot of money to Etsy and all these other Shopify and these things, and I just showed you a way that you could sell your products and you don't even gotta go that entire route. Like I didn't know that I could do this, and I spent fortune on this marketing, these websites, and all these other things. I spent so much money on doing that, and I didn't gain much from it. I made more money selling my products in the street, made more money selling my products, just meeting people, and they're like, "Oh, you do this?" I made more money doing that than using Etsy, than using a Shopify. I've used all of them. Okay, the only thing that has actually started really showing me results is using my WordPress and utilizing it. And it gives me a little bit more power and a little more leeway to do what I want without so much suppression as well, in regards to digital suppression. So thank you so much. Make sure that you stream the music. Make sure that you check out the replays, buy your tickets. Okay, Chimekwech. Love you so much. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.